Hello everybody and welcome to my grammar classes. I hope that you're enjoying learning these simple and small rules that will definitely enrich your language. The topic that I'm going to teach today is articles. Let me tell you something about articles. First of all, let us understand what are articles. Articles are very small words that are placed before nouns. Those words are a, an, and the. These articles can be divided into two categories. The first one, that is a and an are actually only one article. Means the meaning and the purpose and the usage of a and an is the same. I will explain the difference to you all shortly. And the second category is the definite article, the. Let us have a look at the indefinite article first. A or an mean any. So if I put a or an in front of any noun, it means any one of that object or person, etc. So a and an are used before nouns that introduce something or someone that had not been mentioned before. For example, I saw a rainbow this morning. I ate an apple for lunch. It means any apple. It means a rainbow in general. A or an can directly be used before nouns. That is true. For example, a boy, an aeroplane, a ship, or an angel. But it is not as simple as that, you see, because nouns are also words that take describing words in front of them. What if I have to say that he is a fat boy? Then where do I place a? That is something that might add to the complication of usage. Let's have a look at what I am saying. If a noun is described by or modified by adjectives and adverbs, the article takes its place before all of those describing words. For example, I can say a table, but if it is a big one, I say a big table. If it is big as well as round, I say a big round table. If it is also smooth, I say a big round smooth table. But if the table is very big, round and smooth, then the phrase is a very big, round and smooth table. Now I'm going to teach you the difference of usage between a and an. And that is the difference. The article a is placed before words that begin with a consonant sound. So the technical difference between the usage of a and an is not the spelling but the sound, and this is one of the most commonly made mistakes by many people. These are the consonants of English language. All the alphabets, 26 alphabets, are divided into two, but the vowels in English language are only 5. A, E, I, O, U, and the consonants are the other 21 alphabets. So all those words which start with the sound that have a consonant like sound, they take a in front of them, and the others, that is A, E, I, O, U sound words, take an in front of them. For example, an owl, an inkpot, an angle, an idiot. It is not the spelling but the sound that is important when we choose between the article a or an. Let's have a look at this. The word man, a man. Now look at this word, honest. The spelling of the word honest starts with H, but the pronunciation is honest. Why? Because H is silent. So I don't say he is a honest man. I say that he is an honest man. I want to bring some more examples, such different kind of examples for you. The word one starts with the sound w. W can come from V or W. So it is a 1 rupee note. University, U, like young man. So a university. European also. The sound of European made by EU is Y. So it is a European. But the spelling of R, honest and air, they all have H in it, but in all the three cases, the H is silent. So the pronunciation is an R, an honest man, an air. These are the unusual usages. So we need to be very careful when we select a or an in front of the words that we want to use. Let me teach you indefinite articles first. A and an. The first difference has already been illustrated. That is, a or an are used according to the pronunciation of the word that they are placed before. And the suggestion is any. The first usage is that they are placed before singular countable nouns of indefinite nature. Indefinite means not particular. Indefinite means any. So a map can mean any map, a house means any house, a bucket, go get a bucket for me, can mean any bucket. So a or an suggests any. Other usages. Let me explain this to you, that those non-countable nouns that can be measured or put into a quantity. For example, I can never say, get me a tea, get a tea for me. It's wrong. But I can definitely say, get a cup of tea for me. Why? Because a cup can be counted. Tea can definitely not be counted. But it can be put into a cup and that cup can be counted. A slice of bread or a loaf of bread. Advice is an abstract noun. So, a piece of advice can be used in this way. I want to give you some more examples of quantity. I can say a lot of people are present in the room. A couple of, a great many, a few, a little. So I can make use of the article a in front of expressions of quantity. I want to bring two modifiers for you. These are small, simple things in language, but they mean quite a lot because the presence or absence of an article in front of these words make their meaning to be very different, almost opposite. If I say there are few men in the room, it means there are hardly any men. There is little water in the jug. Means there's hardly any water. The water is almost over. But if I say there are a few mangoes in the basket, there is a little water in the jug, I mean definitely some is there. So that is the difference. Sometimes there are some people who have reached an iconic status and we try to compare their qualities with another person. In that sense, we can refer to that particular person as a common noun. My friend Gaurav is a Tendulkar. If I say this, I am drawing a comparison between my friend Gaurav's cricket playing abilities to Tendulkar's cricket playing abilities. Means he plays like Tendulkar. So this is a different usage where I have made use of the indefinite article a in front of a proper noun. Otherwise, I don't use the article a or a before a proper noun. I can make use of this article before numbers to express a general sense. I can say a hundred rupees means any 100 rupees. 1,000, a dozen bananas are kept in the basket. Let us understand where a and an are not placed. A and an are not placed before plural countable nouns. I cannot say a universities, a men, a books. I cannot use them before non-countable nouns, which might be abstract nouns also. I can't say give me an advice. Can you give me an information, please? Wrong. I have to say, can you give me a piece of information? Give me a water. Wrong. Give me a coffee. Can you get 2 coffees for me? Wrong. Please get 2 cups of coffee for me. Correct. I cannot say I went out to have a lunch. I will have a dinner shortly. Wrong. Now I am going to teach the definite article the. The means the particular one. The means that one which you have chosen. The does not mean any. The does not mean all. The means the specific or particular one, or the specific or particular many. I can make use of the either before a singular or a plural or a countable or non-countable, any type of noun. But it has got some very specific usages also. If I say the books are expensive, I am referring to a particular category of books that are expensive. Maybe they are books on photography and I made a reference to them, and now I want to reiterate it, and then I say the books are expensive. All books are not expensive. But if I say books are expensive, then I mean to say that all books are expensive. If I am writing a paragraph or a story and I have introduced a person or a creature and I make a mention or a reference to that same person or creature once again, then I make use of the. For example, she's got 2 children, a girl and a boy. I have introduced the children, a girl and a boy. But the girls 8 and the boys 14. In the second instance, I am referring to the girl and the boy in particular. They are the specific ones. The third usage of the is when I visit a public building for a specific purpose. I say I went to the bank to withdraw some money. So I don't say I went to a bank. Why not? Because I went to that particular bank which has got my account. Therefore, the bank. My friend is admitted to the hospital. There are many hospitals, but my friend is admitted in a particular hospital only. Therefore, it is the specific hospital. But when I visit a public building for a general purpose, I make use of no article. I say, my son goes to school every day. The next example, John goes to church every Sunday. But the church he goes to is near my house. First usage of church indicates a routine affair. But the second one specifies which church I am talking about. The fifth usage of the definite article the is this. When the listener knows or can work out what particular person or thing is being talked about. If I say the apple you ate was rotten, I don't mean any apple. I mean that particular apple which you ate. That one was rotten. So it is the particular apple, specific apple, and not any apple. Did you lock the car? Which car? The car which belongs to us, and not any random car. The can be used before certain adjectives. Let us have a look. When used before certain adjectives, the article the makes them a noun which symbolizes the entire class or category of people. If I say the rich are insensitive towards the poor, I mean to say the rich people and the poor people. So if I make use of certain adjectives and place the definite article the just before that adjective and there is no following noun, that particular adjective performs the function of being a noun. It is emblematic of that entire class or category of people. I make use of the before the superlative degree of adjectives. Mount Everest is the highest peak of the world. Rohit is the tallest boy in his class. Shireen is the most beautiful girl in the complex. So this is the superlative degree. The is used before all the superlative degree of adjectives. Let us see what happens when I make use of it before a common noun. At last, the father in him prevailed, and he excused his child. The poet in her inspired her to write new poems. So if I use the before a common noun, it can give the suggestion of being an abstract noun. I am not referring to that particular common noun here. I am referring to the quality which is common in that noun. So the father refers to the father-like qualities. The poet refers to the poet-like qualities. Before comparative degree adjectives, when I make use of it, before an adjective in the comparative degree, when the selection of one out of only two persons, places or things is met. Rosie is the more beautiful of the two girls in class. This is how I can make use of the before a comparative degree. There are some special comparatives also that I make use of. The more, the better. The more you work, the more you spend. The higher you go, the cooler you feel. There are so many other usages of the, and I'm going to bring them all for you. Let's look at the next one. Before the adjective in the superlative degree of comparison, if I say she is the most intelligent of all the candidates in the exam, that is also how superlative degree can be used. The is used before the dates of months. The examples are the 23rd of October 2012, the 15th of August 1947. The next one is geographical points on the globe. If I say the North Pole, the South, the Northeast, the Equator, they're all points. The is also used before other geographical features like rivers, oceans, seas, mountain ranges, and deserts. Examples are the Nile, the Pacific, the English Channel, the Himalayan range, the Sahara Desert, and so on. The is used before historical or public buildings. The names are the Taj Mahal, the Red Fort, the Rashtrapati Bhavan. These are some of the examples. The is also used before nationality of people. I say the Dutch, the Spanish, the Chinese, the Indians. The next usage is before names of newspapers, certain banks or political parties, the Times of India, the State Bank of India, the BJP. These are examples. Musical instruments. Rishabh can play the guitar very well. The other examples are, I say the piano, the sitar, the flute, whenever I make a usage. Unique nouns mean that this noun is only one of its kind in the universe. So the sun, the wind, the world, the earth, the moon, and so on. The is also used before sacred books like the Ramayana, the Mahabharata, the Gita, the Bible, and so on. Countries of smaller units, especially countries that are acronyms also, like abbreviations. So I say the USA, the UAE, the UK, and so on. Groups of islands. So I say the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, the Lakshadweep Islands. Underestimate articles simply because they're just too small. But the usage of articles is also an imperative part of language. If I say inflation is rising, I mean inflation in general. I need to say people are worried about the rising crime. I am making use of people in general. Therefore, there is no article before it. That is necessary for us to understand. We do not use an article when we talk about sports. Example is, my son plays football. Tennis is expensive. We do not use an article before uncountable nouns when talking about them generally. The example is, information is important to any organization. Another example, coffee is bad for you. We do not use an article before the names of countries. Examples are Italy, Mexico, Bolivia, England. There are some exceptions here where they indicate multiple areas or contain the words state, kingdom, republic, or union. So kingdom, state, republic, and union are nouns. So they do need an article. The example is, we use the United Kingdom, the United States of America, the Irish Republic, the Netherlands, the Philippines, the British Isles. And that is the end of my lesson. Students, I really hope and wish that this lesson really helped you in understanding the concepts much better. Thanks for being with me. Meet you in the next class. Till then, goodbye.